the wild winds call. Jasper's walking, taking pictures of it all. Boots on the ground, heart in the sky, following the blazes, just a rambling guy. Through the valleys, over the hills, chasing that freedom, feeling the thrill. With every sunrise, he's finding his way, living the dream, one step a day. Trail named Jasper, walking on through Bruce Trail, bound with a camera view, hiking the ridges, chasing the light. Like and subscribe.
Saying goodbye to the pub. There was 3 tents, myself, I believe Sue, and Heavy Guy. Now there was another tent in that spot last night, which was a Durston. And I've mentioned before, I don't like Durstons, and they're very susceptible to the wind. And he was getting blown around pretty good. Well, this morning he's not there, and Heavy Guy is there. The emblem, the white lion. Oh yeah. Thurkston, Lion Inn, Blakely. Wow. Well, I've got to say, beyond any shadow whatsoever of a doubt, the Sunday roast beef dinner that Joanne so lovingly purchased for me was absolutely delightful. All their empty beer kegs, and they'll have a lot. That's probably just yesterday's batch, because that place is busy. Well, of course yesterday was Sunday, the big day of the year, yeah? Oh, sorry, the big day of the week, Sunday. Sunday dinner, the whole bit. But I bet you on a Friday night, Saturday nights, they were busy ever since I got here, about 1 o'clock-ish, right till their closing time. All the kitchen, kind of, the back of the house, all the workings, propane tanks, everything else. Okay, so me. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna I know the trail just crosses the road here. I think I'm just gonna actually double back around here for a minute. Just for a second, and pick up the trail just to my left. Unfortunately, what we don't have here is access to washroom when the pub is closed, and I don't think they open till noon. So it would be nice if we had like a porta potty or pit toilet privy. We could certainly afford it with the business. Country road. I guess this is considered an A road. I say that because it's clearly 2-lane. I think we would have called this, I don't know if we'd have called this a dual carriageway back in the day. I honestly don't know. Anyhow, welcome to day 12. Yeah, I think it's the 9th of June. It's day 12. It's a Monday. Ooh. Tonight is the final night on trail on the crossing, the hike across England. It is, yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm just going to read what this one sign says, because I don't know if the trail crosses here or not. No, Rosedale Railway North. No. I think my trail's just up here, and there are signs up here. Yeah. So we shall just zip up here because I'm not sure where my trail goes next. Okay, let's just get to hiking. So a left out of the Lion Pub, and we follow the road, the A road. I can't tell you the number right this minute, but I'm sure it's an A road. So we follow it for a while, not too far. Half a mile maybe, it's hard to say. And then we're going to make a right turn. I'm not sure if we're going to go along the top or down through the valley. It's hard to say that too. But you know what? I got my rain pack on, my rain cover on my pack. By the way, speaking of rain covers, this particular one I'm using right now, and I've used Seas to Summit, I've used Osprey, Gregory, and covers that come with the pack when you purchase them. But this Gregory I'm using right now is excellent. I really am liking it. The Osprey, it wet through pretty quickly. I mean, a reasonable pack cover, but for a very short period of time. It just wet through very quickly. But after, well, almost 2 weeks of pretty much solid rain, this Gregory is beating beautifully. Not showing any signs of wetting through. So the pack cover is great. But what I was going to say is, the sky tells me that it could start raining at any time. So I got my rain pants on. I got my Mountain Warehouse heavy rain jacket on. I call it heavy only because it's not particularly heavy, but only because it's more substantial than my Outdoor Research Helium 2. A little disappointed in the Helium 2. It's a lightweight shell, you can't expect too much, but it struggles here. There's no doubt about it. It would not all be suitable for a single rain jacket for this kind of hike. Okay, for a day hike maybe, you know, in showery weather, but that would be about the best. Okay, I just want to check on the map, just to see for sure that I'm on the right track, which I am. That's me. Red line is the track. We're going to go around the bend, and then we're going to make a right turn, but still not for a little bit yet. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go along top, but either way, valley would be nice. Might be a little bit more sheltered down there from the wind that will obviously pick up as it usually does. It's funny, of all the rain we've had, I haven't had to pack up once in the rain. It seems to be, you know, on a morning, you wake up, it might be raining, it might not be raining, but it seems to stop. You pack up, have your breakfast, this kind of thing. You get going down the trail. And then 1 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours later, it's just, the rains come. And they just keep coming. Seems to be the way it is. So, what I'm understanding is they're making changes to the Coast to Coast Trail. There was a sign further back that says Coast to Coast Trail, and yet my app on Far Out directed me past that sign, quarter kilometer maybe, in a right turn, which we just did. I'm following the app. But I think it did also say trail improvement work will start in 2025 after bird nesting season and so on. And I've noticed that once or twice. So I think there is some reroute going on, and there's been discussion at certain points between other hikers about which way they went and what their particular mapping tool, if you will, be it an app or a paper map or whatever, actually did show them or instruct them to do. What I'm doing is what my Far Out, formerly GoodHugs app, is showing. But as I've mentioned, the GPS is good, but the information is dated. So I think there is reroute work in progress to better the trail overall, I believe. Okay, so as of this morning, what we did was a little over 1.5 miles of walking on the A road from the Lion Pub. We made a right turn onto another A road. There was a sign at that A road saying road closed ahead. Well, let's see what that is all about once we get there. But of course, we're not a car. I'm sure pedestrian traffic or hiking traffic are fine. We'll see. Either way, we're moving forward. So I might just find, if I can, just a little spot to sit my butt down, take my first break of the day at this it's called Trough House or something like that. I don't know if there's any benches or seats, but I'll certainly take a look. If not, I'll just sit on the ground and prop my back against the wall. Take a little break, eat a bar, and yeah, I think, well, there's a rock. That rock will actually work nicely. Well, that combination of rocks will work even nicer. So this is an historic kind of monument, I guess, or place. Obviously locked, but I thought I'd check. Sometimes they're open for you to see inside, and sometimes they have displays, history displays. I've passed many over the years. But anyhow, lots of tenting here, for sure. It took right in. Somewhere like here behind the building, it would be great tenting. Yeah. Okay. Go back to my rock bench and have a nice little break. Enjoy this absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. Let's take a look with me this morning. How beautiful is this? Oh, I'm not covering the lens. How beautiful is this? Desolate. Gray. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Break time's over. Just sat for about 10 minutes, had a little electrolyte water and a Snickers bar, and I think I'm good to go for a while. So a little update on upcoming plans is this. First of all, as we know, all things being equal and being well, tomorrow I will finish the crossing of England, the Coast to Coast Trail, Alfred Wainwright's Coast to Coast Trail. All but 200 miles. Whew. That'd be good. That's fine. That works out well. I booked for tomorrow night an accommodation. And I did this because I also purchased my train ticket to Glasgow. And that is from the community or town of Whitby, is the train station. That's about 9 miles away from Robin Hood's Bay. And there's a bus that runs like every hour, every 30 minutes from Robin Hood's Bay up to Whitby. It costs £2, $4 Canadian. So I booked an accommodation in Whitby. It's called like the Beach House or something. It's like some kind of a little, I don't know, self-contained apartment type thing. In a boarding room or whatever. Anyhow, it was 42 English pounds. I booked it because it was the cheapest one on booking.com. It was the cheapest one. So, that'll be fine. As a 6.5 rating, which is fine for me. I'm just gonna, when I get to Whitby, I'm hoping to do a resupply in Whitby for the next trail, which is the West Island Way, as we know. So tomorrow night I stay in Whitby. The next morning from Whitby, from my accommodation, I go to the train station. I'll figure out where that is, and I think it's 8:47 or 8:37. Let's just say 8:30 to be safe. My train leaves Whitby. I think I have 3 changes, and I will arrive in Glasgow. I believe it's around 1:30 or so in the afternoon at the Queen Station, I believe, Queen Street Station. At the Queen Street Station, it'll rather be there or Central. It could be Central, I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. But from Queen Street Station, which is very close to Central Station, I jump on a short hop, 30-minute hop on the train for £4 or £5 to Mulgai. And that is the beginning, the southern terminus of the West Island Way. We've been there before. So that would be, let's see, today's Monday, Tuesday night, Whitby. No. Yeah, Tuesday night, Whitby. Wake up Wednesday morning, that's right, travel to Mulgai. So, Wednesday, all things being equal, late afternoon, I'll probably jump on the West Island Way. I'm not going to call it a day or day one this time. I'm only going maybe a mile or 2 up the trail, and there is some wild camping available. So I will just do that, because not a lot in actual Mulgai itself for accommodation. There is, but you have to travel. It's more expensive, and I'd rather save the money. And so the next day, which would be Thursday morning, will be my official day 1 on the West Island Way, and push north to Fort William to attempt a 3rd through hike of the West Island Way. Yeah, the weather doesn't look great by any means. However, we've had shitty weather all along, but really hoping it would improve. So the weather for the West Island Way is pretty much like what we've had, really. So, but that looks good. So that's a bit of an update on the plan, and right now everything is looking okay. Let's say okay for a completion of all 3 trails that I wanted to do. Of course, the Coast to Coast, the West Island Way, and the Great Glen Way. If I could complete all 3, I wouldn't be doing the summiting of Ben Nevis. That would not be in the cards. It just would not be the time. But we'll know more as we progress along the West Island Way and start to get closer to Fort William. We'll know how our schedule is going to be, or how it's looking at that point. Okay, just a little update on the plan. Hey, and like I think I've said, good morning everybody. Jasper here. I hope I've said that already. Whew. Welcome to day 12 of our Coast to Coast through hike. So finishing tomorrow, it's going to be a 13-day total hop for me. I thought 14. Could have done it in less if we had the weather, but we didn't. And again, it's not a race, but another day less would have been nice, just to ease in that Great Glen Way a little more comfortably. But I think we're okay. I think we're doing okay. And we'll see. we'll see. We might get to spend a night in, maybe in Glasgow, a night and a day. Oh, that would be kind of cool at the end of it all. Yeah, it's surprising how quickly the time passes by. It really does. It's already the 9th of June. We started on the 28th, or we flew out on the 28th of May, and we fly back on the 26th of June. It's already the 9th of June. So the days are running shorter on days. Speaking of short days, long days, it gets dark here at like 10:30 on a night. It's dark, and at 3 o'clock in the morning it's light. It's crazy. It's very, very, very little nighttime. Great. Entering into the community of Graysdale. That's okay. There is a country store here. Gives with mixed reviews. Some say it's okay, some say it's not. But anyhow, if they happen to have coffee there, I might grab one. Yeah. It says it opens at 8. Well, we're going to be nearly 9 when we get there, so I don't think there's any other coffee shops not shown on the map. However, not on my map. But I did see a sign just behind me for the Arncliffe Arms, which obviously a pub. I don't have that information on my app, but they offer tenting and camping, caravanning, and all kinds of things. So that would have been an option. But again, I had no idea it was there because Far Out didn't tell me. Yeah, not on their map. Okay. I just realized today is Monday, which means the little store probably is closed on a Monday. A lot of places are closed here on a Monday, or a Tuesday, and a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, or a Thursday. Any particular day, I notice. Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll see either way. Nice little community though. Beautiful homes, country village settings, country village green with benches. Just delightful. Litter box. I got some. Put my litter in the litter box. The bustling metropolis. The downtown core. Glaysdale. The village shop. And next to that is a butcher shop. It looks like a butcher shop. And I bet you can get your meat pies right there. Again, that's not shown on the Far Out app. We really need to get updated. And the continuing homes as they descend the hill. Beautiful little community. The lady in the store was delightful. I got 2 biscuits, 1 raisin, 1 cheese. Packing out a packet of digestive, which I like. And I made myself a coffee. I'm going to sit on this bench and enjoy it. The sun was out a moment ago, but the clouds are building. As usual. Now that bus, number 96, is going to Whitby via Glaysdale and Grossmont. Well, I'm going to be going through Grossmont later today. But tomorrow, I'll be arriving by bus to Whitby. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Thinking, processing, thinking, processing, processing, thinking. Well, maybe not then. I think I probably won't. I think I should just keep walking. I really should. Oh, there goes my options right there. I have one option left, and that's to walk to Robin Hood's Bay and bus tomorrow afternoon to Whitby. possibilities. Well, I thoroughly and completely enjoyed a little break here in Glaisdale. I'm going to walk over here and see if that is a butcher shop. It certainly is too. I bet you can, well, you can get your pork pies right there, your sausage rolls. So how come, again, Far Out does not have this on their chart? Because a pie would have been lovely, especially a warm pork pie. Oh well, again, that's Far Out. Okay, I just checked my chart, my map. 7.9 miles from here to Intake Farm, where I plan on camping for the evening. Okay, let's just get to hiking, shall we? Well, we have descended quite a bit in this little community, or coming down to this community and in the community, which means I'm looking at the terrain ahead of me. We've got a solid climb coming up, which it does show that on the contour lines on my paper chart. So I knew that was the case. Yes. Pretty purple flowers. Yes, I knew that was the case. And as much as I'd rather just be on a flat, into everybody's life comes a few ups and downs. Yep. So I just went past the Arncliffe Arms that has tenting and so on. It's in a farm field, which is fine. So when I'm here, it does show up on Far Out. So I take back what I said about this particular location. It is definitely on there, on Far Out. Just have to look closely, I suppose. Okay, carrying on. Out of Grossmont and that 1,000-foot climb, we're back up on the North York Moors. To my right, there's a busy highway. It's an A road, and I think we have to walk down it a little bit towards, I think it's called Littlebeck. It's 2 miles, about 2 miles to where we're going to camp tonight. So again, because of my early starts, we'll be arriving there after 17 miles for the day at a relatively early time. Gives me time to set up, maybe shower, relax for a while. And I kind of like that, rather than pushing into the evening type of thing. I know a lot of guys like to hike till, you know, just before it gets dark. But I don't have that fuel anymore, that steam anymore. But I do get my miles. Plus, those guys tend to start later than I do. Like this morning, I was out of my bunk at 3:45. So that's good. I like that. I love the early morning. But you don't see the sunrise here, no siree. If there is a sun, and I'm sure there is, you just don't get to see it very often. The days are so long here. It doesn't get dark till 10 o'clock at night, and 3 o'clock in the morning is like sunrise or something. Okay, maybe 3:30, I don't know. So, yeah, to my right, looks like a busy highway, so we'll see how we're set up for walking on that. It could be dangerous if you have to walk on the actual road, or maybe there's a track like this one, we'll see. Okay, we're getting there. Descending into the valley. I think we're about a mile away from our overnight camp area at Intake Farm. And that's going to be fine. Sun came back out. because it got a little cold on the moors. I had to put my light rain shell back on, and my hood up with my cap on. But then as we've descended and the sun's come out, it got a little warmer again. So that's okay. We'll take it. So tomorrow morning, we have to climb out of this valley. And then after that, I don't think there's a whole lot. There's some ups and downs. Oh, sure, 200 or 300 feet here, 200 or 300 feet there. But nothing major. And I believe, I will confirm it later, I believe from camp tonight, which is at Intake Farms, they charge $10 for a single hiker rate. I believe it's 8 miles left to do tomorrow. No, 11. Did I say 8? I'm not sure what I said, but I'm going to say it again. There's 11 miles left. I believe it's 11 to finish at Robin Hood's Bay tomorrow, which will be day 13 for me. So that I am delighted with. We're okay with that. Yeah. Because keep in mind, we started really late at like 2:30 on day 1. So it was only a very, very short day indeed. So it's really kind of 12 and a bit, let's say. I don't know. We're good. We're good. So yeah, I'm going to get down here, get myself registered, get my tent set up so it can dry nicely in this breeze, because again, packed it wet this morning after last night's rains. Oh boy, they were heavy at times. Anyhow, then we'll get organized. I haven't looked at what size of a community this is. It looks like it's very, very small. Don't know if there's a coffee shop in town, doubt it. If there is, I might partake. If not, I'll probably just make myself an Ovaltine or something and relax. Check a few things out. I gotta find out where the grocery stores are in Whitby for tomorrow, so I can work on that a little bit so I know where I'm going. And yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you once we get organized at Intake Farms, our overnight tenting area. Take a look at the community. Little community below me. Huh. Descending into the little village. I really should. It's little something, and I will tell you. Well, you know what? While I'm filming, let me get my map out, and sorry about jiggling you around now. Let's see, Little Banks, is it? Little Beck. So we are entering into Little Beck. That's what it's called. Little Beck here in Yorkshire, in the North Yorkshire Moors. Yeah. Okay, so the marker on the map, again on Far Out, is way off. This place is a good kilometer out of town, up a very steep climb. But we're here. There's a sign, Intake Farm. Looks very much like it's a working farm, which is fine. Okay, let's go get checked in and sorted out. This morning bright and early, we started right here at the Lion Inn. And off we went, continuing across the North Yorkshire moors. And we did just fine all the way around. Here we had 2 scones, made our own coffee. 2 scones that we bought from the beautiful little store in that community. Absolutely perfect. Continued. Once again, right off the map. Lo and behold, we're back on the map right here. Thing about this map is, It's the last one. Oh, yeah. We carried on all the way. Grosemont. Hoo-wee. What a climb. Look at these contour lines. Oh, yeah, out of Grosemont. All the way down, along, to Littlebeck. Now, Littlebeck is where we are right now at the Intake Farm. And we are camping there. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have an early morning start. We're going to get out and Robin Hood's Bay. Yeah, this place, Intake Farm, is amazing. The lady is absolutely charming. I was greeted with coffee and cake and a hot shower and a beautiful little flat-grounded soft grass tent spot, all for £10. Absolutely wonderful. She has a bed and breakfast. You can get an evening meal for £20, or you can get a breakfast, I think it's £5 or £6, something like that. But you know what? I have my own food, so I just cooked my own. Tonight for dinner we had ramen noodles. We had one of my last chicken pouch, and some instant potatoes, some cookies, a Kit Kat, and so on. Oh, and my Ovaltine. It will be oatmeal again for breakfast. Tomorrow's a busy day. Tomorrow we finish off this hike. Then we bus to Whitby, resupply, get to our accommodation for the night, and prepare for the ride the following day up to Glasgow. Long way. I know it is. But you know what? That's the way it works. And tomorrow we're going to finish yet one more through hike in Jasper's portfolio. Tomorrow we will finish the crossing, Alfred Wainwright's Coast to Coast. West coast to the east coast of England, St. Bees to Robin Hood's Bay. What an adventure. Hope you're enjoying what we're doing. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also don't forget the Buy Me a Coffee program. All donations to the channel are gratefully accepted, and just a couple of dollars goes a long way in building the channel and helping us bring more content to you. And any gifts as such, the Buy Me a Coffee program can be e-transferred to trailnamejasper@gmail.com. Again, trailnamejasper@gmail.com. Thank you. Good night.